Welcome to our comprehensive analysis of China's novel food ingredient landscape, tracing regulatory developments and key market trends from 2008 to 2025. This presentation offers strategic insights into one of the world's most dynamic and rapidly evolving food innovation sectors. Let's begin with the executive summary. China's novel food ingredient sector is entering a new phase of accelerated development, driven by three powerful forces: biotech advancements, health-conscious consumers, and regulatory modernization. The approval process has significantly improved in efficiency. Today, 3/4 of all ingredients complete the regulatory pathway within 2 years, and some, like diallulose, in under a year. In terms of category dominance, plant-based ingredients and extracts hold a commanding 68.3% market share, forming the fundamental base of innovation. Meanwhile, microbial-derived ingredients, representing 18.8% of the market, are the fastest-growing category, fueled by synthetic biology breakthroughs. The 2025 approval of a GMM-derived diallulose marks a historic regulatory milestone. And 2025 itself was a record year. 53 applications were accepted, and 15 ingredients were approved, the highest annual total in 5 years. For international players, understanding this evolving landscape is essential to capturing opportunities in precision nutrition, alternative proteins, and functional ingredients. Chapter 1: Market Overview and Development Journey. Let's trace the evolution of this industry, from its early foundations in 2008 to the sophisticated ecosystem we see today. Since 2008, China's National Health Commission has approved a cumulative total of 170 novel food ingredients, spanning plant-based materials, microbial strains, structurally modified ingredients, and animal-derived sources. 2025 was particularly notable. 53 applications were submitted, a 77% year-over-year surge, signaling a robust innovation pipeline. And 15 ingredients received final approval, the highest annual count in 5 years. The core takeaway is clear. This sector is experiencing explosive growth, driven by the powerful confluence of cutting-edge scientific innovation and surging consumer market demand. The regulatory journey can be divided into 3 distinct phases. Phase 1, from 2008 to 2010, was a period of initial development. Approval thresholds were relatively accessible, averaging 16 to 17 approvals annually, establishing the industry's groundwork. Phase 2, spanning 2011 to 2017, was a period of transition and tightening. The reclassification to novel food ingredient dramatically raised safety review standards. The result was stark. Only 2 approvals in the 3.5 years following 2013, with 0 approvals in both 2015 and 2016. Phase 3, beginning in 2020 and continuing to the present, marks a period of acceleration and innovation. Stable policy expectations and maturing technologies have unlocked faster commercialization pathways. We saw 12 approvals in 2023, over 10 in 2024, and a record 15 in 2025. The lesson is clear. Today's regulatory framework successfully balances rigorous safety requirements with the pace of industry innovation. One of the most striking improvements in recent years is the dramatic reduction in approval timelines. Today, 75% of all novel food ingredients complete the entire process, from submission to market authorization, within just 2 years. This is significant. Shorter approval cycles reduce time to market, lower development costs, and encourage greater investment in research and development. The most remarkable example? Diallulose, a low-calorie sweetener that completed its full technical review in less than 1 year. This case demonstrates the NHC's commitment to accelerating safe, beneficial ingredients to market without compromising on rigor. Chapter 2: Core Categories and Market Share. Let's examine the 5 key groups that define China's novel food ingredient landscape. Of the 170 approved ingredients, 5 broad categories emerge. The largest, at 68.3%, is plant-based ingredients and extracts, including chia seeds, diallulose, and sugarcane polyphenol. Microbial-derived ingredients account for 18.8% and represent the fastest-growing category. Think Bifidobacterium longum, mycoprotein, and Bacillus subtilis. Structurally modified ingredients make up 8.8%, technology-intensive products engineered for specific metabolic and digestive benefits. Animal-derived ingredients represent 3.5%, targeting niche functional markets, sodium hyaluronate for skin health and fish oil for omega-3 nutrition. And a small others category, under 1%, covers specialty ingredients like microalgae, representing the cutting edge of novel food research and development. Let's go deeper into the top 3 categories. Plant-based ingredients leverage China's extraordinary biodiversity and align perfectly with global clean label consumer trends. They combine traditional botanical knowledge with modern extraction technology. Microbial ingredients are at the cutting edge of food technology, powered by synthetic biology and precision fermentation, producing next-generation sweeteners, mycoprotein, and advanced probiotic formulations. Structurally modified ingredients require sophisticated biotechnology to engineer molecular structures for enhanced functionality, enabling low-calorie, high-fiber solutions tailored to specific consumer health needs. Chapter 3. Deep dive into 2025 market dynamics. 2025 was a record-breaking year. Let's examine what drove it. 2025 saw a record 53 novel food ingredient applications, comprising 43 domestic and 10 imported products. This reflects both robust local innovation and significant global interest in China's regulatory framework. Category trends closely mirrored the broader market. Plant-derived and microbial ingredients dominated the submission pool. 2 ingredients attracted particular attention. Ergothioneine, a powerful antioxidant, appeared repeatedly, highlighting its rising prominence in functional food research and development. And mycoprotein, derived from Fusarium venenatum, made a notable debut, signaling a strong shift towards sustainable alternative protein sources. The NHC issued 4 pivotal regulatory announcements in 2025, covering 65 products across novel food ingredients, additives, and related categories. Of these, 15 novel ingredients received formal market authorization, the highest annual count in 5 years. An additional 13 applications were terminated, deemed equivalent to already approved ingredients. 23 products entered the public comment phase, and notably, 7 of these were formally approved within the same year. The average approval cycle was approximately 2 years. However, the fastest approval came in at just 7 months, highlighting a regulatory system capable of prioritizing high-quality submissions. Plant-based approvals included stevia polyphenol, maqui berry anthocyanins, and olive fruit polyphenol, reflecting strong demand for natural, functional nutrition. In the microbial category, several bifidobacterium strains were approved. The standout, the first-ever approval of mycoprotein from Fusarium venenatum as a sustainable alternative protein in China. In structurally modified ingredients, D-allulose received a landmark distinction. It was derived from a genetically modified microorganism, the first such approval in China's history. Sodium hyaluronate was approved via a new extraction method, and calcium HMB, a well-established sports nutrition supplement, was formally included, recognizing its role in muscle health for active and aging populations. It's important to understand what terminated review actually means. It is not a rejection. Termination occurs for 4 specific reasons. First, substantial equivalence, if deemed identical to an already approved ingredient, as with D-allulose and krill oil. Second, if the ingredient already conforms to existing national standards, such as glutathione yeast powder. Third, if it has a long-documented history of safe consumption in China. And fourth, if it falls under established local traditional use protocols. This reflects a logical, efficient regulatory philosophy. Avoid redundant evaluations for ingredients with proven safety profiles. Chapter 4. A regulatory milestone, GMM-derived ingredients. This chapter explores China's groundbreaking first approval of a novel food ingredient produced via genetically modified microorganisms. The 2025 approval of D-allulose as the first GMM-derived novel food ingredient in China is a landmark moment for synthetic biology in the food sector. On the regulatory front, it signals that China's framework is now equipped to evaluate and approve synthetic biology products. As an industry catalyst, it unlocks new possibilities in low-calorie sweeteners and encourages broader adoption of sustainable, GMM-derived ingredients. And globally, it positions China as a key player in the race to develop and commercialize next-generation food ingredients, a signal the world's food industry will not ignore. Chapter 5. Imported Novel Food Ingredients Analysis. Let's examine the market access landscape for international suppliers entering China. Of the 15 approved ingredients in 2025, 5 were imported, underscoring the Chinese market's strategic importance for international suppliers. The fastest, lemon myrtle leaf from Australia, approved in just 9 months. Cherry blossom polyphenol from Japan achieved approval in 10 months. Maki berry anthocyanins from Chile took 34 months, reflecting rigorous evaluation for high-potency botanical extracts. Wheat polar lipids required 40 months, the longest cycle, illustrating thorough assessment for complex, grain-derived functional components. And rye pollen from Europe underwent a revised reapproval process, highlighting the adaptability required to meet updated Chinese standards. 5 trends define the imported ingredient landscape. First, plant extracts dominate. 4 of 5 approved imports were plant-based. Second, approval cycles vary drastically, from 9 months to 40 months, underscoring the critical importance of a comprehensive regulatory dossier. Third, strong focus on functional ingredients, particularly polyphenol and anthocyanin-rich products, reflecting high consumer demand for antioxidant benefits. Fourth, 2025 saw 10 imported products accepted, suggesting a rapidly growing pipeline of international ingredients seeking Chinese market entry. And fifth, no GMM-derived imported ingredients have been approved yet, a significant first-mover opportunity for forward-looking international companies. Chapter 6. Industry Development Trends for the Next 3 to 5 Years. What forces will shape this sector going forward? 3 major trends will define the near-term future. First, high-volume approvals are becoming the new normal. Streamlined procedures are significantly reducing time to market, accelerating the journey from lab to shelf. Second, synthetic biology and low-calorie sweetener innovation are entering a new era. The GMM milestone catalyzes breakthroughs in precision fermentation and opens new frontiers for sustainable food solutions. Third, probiotic diversification and targeted health solutions are expanding, enabling the development of health foods tailored for every life stage, from infants to seniors. 2 additional trends complete the picture. Natural plant-based ingredients will remain dominant. In 2025, 8 out of 15 newly approved ingredients were plant-based, solidifying their market position. Attention is rapidly shifting to high-value functional ingredients addressing unmet consumer needs. Mycoprotein's regulatory approval opens a sustainable pathway for diversifying global food protein supply chains. And ergothioneine is rapidly emerging as a hot research and development category, driven by growing interest in its unique cellular protection properties. Chapter 7. Core Insights and Strategic Outlook. Let's synthesize the key findings and chart a forward-looking roadmap. 3 core insights emerge from the data. First, while plant-based ingredients will remain the largest category at approximately 68%, the microbial and structurally modified categories are poised to gain significant market share. Second, the industry is shifting from broad resource discovery to targeted design and production through synthetic biology. We are entering a fully technology-driven era. Third, all categories are increasingly converging on specific health needs: antioxidants, gut regulation, blood sugar control. Precision nutrition is emerging as the central unifying theme. The market is maturing, from broad resource extraction to highly specific, science-backed nutritional solutions. 2 final strategic implications deserve attention. The approval of new proteins is a key element of China's strategy to diversify food resources beyond traditional agriculture, fundamental to de-risking supply chains and achieving long-term food security. And the pace of approvals is accelerating. Annual approvals from 2023 to 2025 averaged 12.7 types, an 87% acceleration compared to 2018 through 2022. The strategic implication is clear. For ingredient developers, early engagement with China's regulatory framework is critical. Aligning research and development with compliance requirements from the outset significantly reduces time to commercialization. We support international companies navigating China's novel food ingredient regulatory landscape. Our services cover approval strategy development, comprehensive dossier preparation, regulatory consultation, and tailored market entry planning. To learn how we can support your entry into China, reach us at info@reg-compliance.com.cn or visit our website at reg-compliance.com. We look forward to working with you. To conclude, China's novel food ingredient sector is rapidly evolving, driven by efficient regulations and deep biotech investment. Key opportunities lie in synthetic biology, precision nutrition, alternative proteins, and bioactive ingredients, solidifying China's role as a global hub for food innovation. We are here to empower international companies with end-to-end regulatory solutions, from approval strategy to market entry. Thank you for your attention. Let's shape the future of food innovation together.